Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another video. It's me, Mania, and today we are going to be looking at, the Custom Track Jam's first ever jam, the Cheese Jam. I had not participated in this time, and it was a while before I started participating. I started participating in the 7th one. And I just thought, it might be fun to, do a video where I rank the tracks, because obviously, I have differing opinions from, what, the actual placements were, in this jam, and I just thought I'd share them, with you all. I thought that would make a fun video, and I have nothing better to do. I'm sorry if the audio is bad, I'm just using my, computer's microphone, so sorry about that. Not much I can do about it, but yeah, let's get right into the video, and we'll start with our 5th place track. And real quick, one thing to mention is that I plan on making this a series, obviously, for this series, and it applies to this jam too, I will be including disqualified tracks. So, for example, in this jam, Mozzarella Mountain was disqualified recently because it used models that were made prior to the jam. I'll talk about it when we get to that track. Any tracks that were disqualified will be included. And we are not using the current version. We are using the version found in the Custom Track Jam's Discord server. So yeah, let's get right in. Alright, so our first track from this jam is Mozzarella Mountain. This one was obviously disqualified. It placed last originally anyways, but it was disqualified recently because, as you'll see, I'll talk about it in a minute. This track used models from Mario Circuit, which is not allowed. Those houses are from Mario Circuit. And they were used, and that's why it was disqualified, because in jams, if you don't know, you're not allowed to use external models. Yeah, not much to say about this one. It's a good track, no doubt. It's fun. It's just, compared to other tracks, it's generally pretty bland, and not as good. But yeah, for the most part, this track is pretty good. And one of Toxic Prime's better tracks, I'd say. Visuals are pretty decent. Not the best last placing track, but not the worst either. So yeah, that's gonna do it for Mozzarella Mountain. Alright, so next up we have Cheddar Caves by Bear. This track, obviously, as you can see, it's fantastic visually. It actually placed second in the jam. The problem with this track lies in the insane amount of bugs. There is an infinite respawn bug, the minimap obviously isn't finished. It's just a very unfinished track, and for that, I have to fault it. Obviously, Bear is an amazing custom track creator. Obviously, this is a fantastic track, just has so many issues. And unfortunately, that hinders it quite a bit, in my opinion. Yeah, you'll see the infinite respawn bug in a bit here. Yeah, this one placed second. I'm putting it fourth just because of these issues. But there are worse tracks visually in this jam, but since they're actually finished and they are completely playable and not buggy, I don't have an issue with them. So that's gonna do it for Cheddar Caves, and here's the infinite respawn bug. Yep. Alright, so next up we have Piece of Delight by Slippery Mac. So this track placed 4th in the original jam, but I'm placing it 3rd because I think it's more finished than Cheddar Caves was. This track, it's not the best visually, but I think it's fine. It's not anything, the visuals aren't anything too detrimental to the track. It has some gameplay issues, but for the most part, it's fine. the theming is really good for the track. I haven't mentioned too much about the theming for the other tracks, and that's because the theme was really not that interesting, but this one I do like the theme. Obviously, it's on a pizza and a giant pizza box, and I really like that idea. It's something new and different, you know? Yeah, but the track itself, it doesn't play the best, but the gameplay is fine and it's fun for the most part, so, yeah, the, track itself is pretty good. It's not super buggy. Obviously, there's no animations, but that's not anything, that's too big of a deal compared to something that, has an infinite replay. So that's gonna do it for, Piece of the Lake. Alright, so, next up is Cheesebow Road by TZ. This track tied for second, with Cheddar Caves. This track is pretty simple, obviously, as you can see with the layout, but it is pretty fun, and pretty good visually. Obviously, it's a Rainbow Road track, which that is kind of a flaw for me, at least, because, Rainbow Road tracks are generally simple, they're not overly hard to make, but I do think that the, decoration makes up for, this flaw in this track, because obviously there's cheese, there's a goldfish cracker. It's just really, it looks really nice, and it's not buggy, so that's good. But yeah, that's gonna do it for Cheesebow Road by TZ. Alright, so finally we have Mousehole Mania by H-Man, also known to me as Ham. It's just a joke from the Custom Track Jams Discord server. So this track did get first originally, and I agree 100% with that. This track takes place in a mouse hole, and I think that theme is amazing. I love the theming of this track, and the visuals are really nice too. The gameplay is really good. This track doesn't, the visuals obviously aren't like cream of the crop. They aren't like the best of the best, but they work pretty well. And it's just amazing to me how in how little time this track was created. Like for me, in a little time I can create the best I can do is like Wizard Way, which isn't that impressive, but this is insane. This track is amazing. Yeah, it's just overall a great track. It's one of the best jam tracks in my opinion. So yeah, that's gonna do it for Mousehole Mania by Ham. Alright, that is going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope to continue doing these because I found it to be a lot of fun. And just to say, just because your track placed low doesn't mean I don't like the track. I like most tracks in this jam. Obviously, that won't be the case for all jams, but for this jam, it is. It's just, I mean, it's nice to be able to get a look back, I think, on some of these tracks, and, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will, see you on the next one. Alright, bye.